Hey guys, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Jaguar, right? So, as you can see, the world is turning. So, their little saga is As the World Turns. It's a soap opera, honey. So, this is Jaguar and Goomba's story time. And this story time have to do with their latest conversation. This is the last conversation. This happened on Saturday. She called him from the facility and they had a conversation. This is how the conversation went. Because right now, you cannot get Jaguar's material now to broadcast. Everything is being paid for. Goomba wants everybody to pay to get onto his channel. So everything is paid for now. If you don't pay for it, you're not going to see the information. But the last conversation that they had, I'm going to tell you guys how it went because it was quite interesting. Jaguar calls Goomba from the institution and she is telling him the following. First, both of them greeted each other. He said, hey, she says, hey. I'm thinking, okay, this is good. This is nice. Both of them are going to be cordial for once and not fight. But not more than 2 seconds in, it started. So they started off with he saying hi, she saying hi. And then she says, is that how you talk to me? He just says, what's up? He didn't say anything else but said, what's up? And she got an attitude. She said, is that how you talk to me? So then she says, are we going to do this? Or are we going to try another way? And he says, do what? So she says now, are we going to try a different way on the Sabbath? Like if the Sabbath got anything to do with their marital problems. What they need to do is go into marital counseling to solve their problems. The Sabbath don't have nothing to do with these two and the big problems that they have in their marriage. So Goomba told her, I don't understand what you're trying to say. You called me, you told me that you were pregnant, you told me that my mom is dead, and now you're calling me back, cool, calm, and collected, and asking me that we should try something different on the Sabbath. He said, I think you should try something different on the Sabbath, which is a good response because she is not really getting it in her mind that her behavior is so atrocious that she drove her husband away. So that's when she said, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make a change, pretty much. And he said, well, that's all well and good, but I'm still not going to come home to you, and I don't want to be with you. Well, I guess that set it off. Because anytime a man tells a woman, I don't want to be with you, I don't want you anymore, I'm not coming back to you. Honey, that is like hidden below the belt. So this is the part I couldn't understand. She told her husband, Goomba, that she spoke with Sean. And Sean said something different, totally different. I said to myself, Sean is not in this relationship. This is not a three-way relationship. This is between the two of y'all. Why are you bringing Sean into it? Like if Sean got some pull with your husband, Goomba, that he's going to decide for Goomba if Goomba should go back to you or not. So she says, well, I spoke with Sean, and Sean says something completely different. I said, what in the world? I said, as the world turns. So at this point, he put on his slow voice. You know when you're trying to tell somebody it's over, and you really want them to understand and comprehend, so you slow it up. So he says, I am telling you, Jackie, at this point, I want you to let me go. I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm through with you. Let me tell you. When he said that, she said, well, I'm never going to let you go. I said, that sounds real stalkerish. I wanted to start humming that Psycho song. You guys remember Psycho, that movie? With that music, that's what it's really put me in a frame mind of. You want to leave this woman. This woman is telling you, I'm never going to let you go. Not until the day I die. I ain't letting you go. You're here for life, honey. Until the day you or on live, you're with me. And this man is saying, please let me go. Please. I said, oh my Lord. So then it gets more bizarre. She says, if I am pregnant, I'm definitely not divorcing you. And I believe I'm pregnant. And I'm going to take the test when I get out. Well, I thought she's in a mental institution, and in there, it's mandatory to take a pregnancy test. So if that's the case, that means she's lying again. So then she pulls out a sympathy card and she says, well, if you want to abandon your wife and child. Now, she's not sure she's pregnant now because she said she's going to take a test when she gets out. She said, if you want to abandon your wife and child and look bad, even worse than you already look. I said, that sympathy card is not going to work on Goomba this time, honey. All that gaslighting that you're trying to peddle, that ain't going to work. Goomba's not falling for it this time. It's done. He's done. So then she switches it up on him and she says, well, I'm not playing no games because he said, I don't know what kind of games you're trying to play. So she said, I'm not playing no games. I was just calling to let you know that I'm going to put you on the call list. And he said, listen. And she says, well, if you don't want to go on the call list, it's up to you, playing that, because I'm sure he probably told her earlier that he wants to go on the call list. Because, they shut her down for a week after they found out that conversations were being recorded. So now she figured, okay, the baby thing didn't work, so let me move to the call list now. So she's trying to tell him, well, if you want to be on the call list, I can put you back on the call list. And he's like, well, I don't care. So she said, oh, damn, that didn't work either. So then he told her, you've been on the phone and you call everybody and you told everybody all this ish. And she said, well, who have I called in a week? I have not had phone privileges in a week. But he's talking prior to the week, right? That's what he's talking about. All the stuff that she let out the bag about him, about the relationship, about the car. He did the fire and all that stuff. He's saying, well, you went on the phone, you call everybody and talk all this stuff, because she called Sean Davy Way, she called King Payne, and she had a lot to say. Night and Day Network, she called them too. So now he said he's done. You said too much. So he is telling her now, I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm not going to play these games with you, because she said, who have I spoken to? Since I was picked up and brought in here, I haven't been on the phone with anybody, because I was off the phone for a whole week because of restrictions. But she can't remember she made a phone call when she was saying in that groggy voice, my name is Jacqueline Suzette Wright. And then she asked the guard or the orderly or the nurse or whoever was close to her. She said, where am I? And then he told her the road. She can't remember that, because she said she have not spoken to anybody since she's been in there. She haven't made any phone calls. So that, I guess, because of the medication, it blocked that part. She got a memory block. She lost a little bit of memory there. So nothing she's throwing at him is working, right? The baby didn't work. That threatening to take the baby when the baby is born, if she's pregnant, that is, threatening to take the child and not give him any privileges at all. That didn't work. And then the him being on the call list, the phone call list, that didn't work. So now she moved to the next arsenal. She said, why are you talking to me crazy and I'm paying your phone bill? And he said, no, you're not. She said, yes, I am. The phone that you're on right now, I'll pay for it. And the call that you are privileged to listen to me and answer to me, because I'm paying your phone bill, because it's coming out of my business account. And he is like, he's had it. At this point, he just want to get off the phone. And she wants to cuss him out at this point now. So we all know when Jaguar gets upset, how strong that voice gets. She said, you talking crazy to me right now. You want to tell me you're actually talking to me on a phone that I'm paying for. And you talking crazy to me right now on a phone that I'm paying for, as if you don't still need me. And he said, I don't need you, because she had him convinced all this time that he really needed her, that he couldn't do nothing without her. But this part was really pitiful because she said, but you do need me, Gerald. You do. You do need me. Whatever this male machismo thing you got going on. And I said, girl, that's not male machismo. You ran this man away by all your antics, all these stuff that you did all these months and years. This man saw it. And now you acting like if nothing ain't happened? Really? Where they do that at? So when he said, I don't need you, let me tell you, something happened. The old Jaguar right came out. She said, if I am pregnant, I'm definitely not giving you a divorce. But this was the crazy part. She said, guess what? I'm going to raise my children as I see fit. And if you are not fit, you're not going to be in my life to be in my children's life either. And I said, damn, you're going to have children? You trying to get at least one, right? You mean you're going to have more buns in the oven? I don't think Jaguar got the memo. That woman told Gerald, that spiritual reader told Gerald to run. Run like Forrest Gump. And that man is running right now, okay? So he's not about to look back. Jaguar did not get the memo. Oh, but then he got her good. He said, you know what? You already told me I wasn't fit to even raise the twins, and that's all right. But right now, you can't tell anybody that they're fit to do anything because look at you. Look at you. You are in no position to tell anybody they're unfit for anything. I said, ooh, you hit below the belt, honey. Oh, that hurt. I even felt that one. So what does Jaguar do? Jaguar went right back to square one. And guess who is at square one? First base. His mama. She said, guess what the doctor told me? That he don't understand why this is happening to me. But I know who is up to this. I know who is causing this. It's your mama. And boy, I saw the psychosis started to creep in slowly. She says, and your brother and her and the police and your brother and yes, she did. And yes, him. And it started all over again. Whatever medications they gave her started to wear off maybe. Because, honey, that psychosis was kicking in. It was on overdrive. She was beginning to talk crazy again. And all Gerald was saying was, yep, right. He did not want to hang up because he was trying to be courteous because he realized his wife is sick. To hang up would be very mean-spirited. So he's trying not to be mean, but not to get involved in any deep conversation. But she was busy talking about the mama, what the mama did. She was busy talking about a cousin. She was busy telling him that all of them are going to jail, honey. So this was her way of trying to put a fear of God in him. She said, they're all going to get busted, Gerald. They're all going to get busted. They're all going to jail. You're not going to have nobody in your life, Gerald. You're going to be all alone. And she was whispering. So you know that was scary. Like a Alfred Hitchcock movie. Psycho. But it was so pitiful. I really, really saw how sick this woman is. She said, Gerald, you're not going to have nobody. Nobody. She's whispering, nobody. You're going to be all alone. And he said, why am I not going to have anybody? And she said, because they're all going to jail. They're all going to jail, Gerald. I said, oh my God. Jaguar needs to be kept in that mental institution for at least another 2 months. So she said, your mom is going to go to jail for falsifying documents. And I'm saying to myself, well, if she wants to falsify documents, that's on her. What business is it of yours? You should not be so vested in this woman. It's like if Jaguar is obsessed with Gerald's mother. So then she says, you know, your cousin, the one who's working here, and she's talking like in a hurry. You know, when you hurry into talking because you got to go somewhere, this is how she is. She's speeding up the conversation now. She says, you know, your cousin, the one who is, it's the mania is coming on. The one who is working here, you know, I got a file on him. Now, how did she manage to get a file on this young man? You want to tell me she's sitting there in her head, she's taking notes? Is that what it is? Because I don't think she's allowed any pens or pencils while she's there to take any notes, okay? So then she said, he's about to lose his job. Your whole family's in on it, but you're too stupid to realize it. I'm saying to myself, is this how you expect to get your husband back? By telling him he's stupid and his whole family's going to jail? And cussing the mama out? I said, oh my Lord, the psychosis has kicked in full force. Whatever meds they give Jaguar clearly has worn off. So she's telling him, I don't bluff. I don't bluff. You think I'm kidding? They're all going to jail. And he's saying, this is why I know there's something wrong. You're not yourself. You're not right. You're not quite right. You know, I think what he was trying to tell her, that she really needs to be in there a little longer, but he didn't say it, but I was thinking it. And then she said, how am I not right? I just took the medication. I said, girl, you need to take triple what they give you. So he's trying to tell her now, you are still manic. You're threatening people's lives. You are not right. And she can't understand it. She says, manic? Like, how dare you? You know, that kind of way. How dare you call me manic? So at that point, she said, manic? How am I manic? And then I guess she must have turned. And the nurse was right there. And she said, Elizabeth. And as soon as she says Elizabeth, the phone went click. So apparently she was using a phone. That tells me she was using a phone that she was not authorized to use. The nurse probably stepped away from the desk, the nurse's station, and she went right there. And the nurse probably was giving out her medicine, making her rounds. This is all alleged. But she probably watched the nurse walked away from the desk, giving out her medicine, and she probably went to that nurse's station and used that phone. Because as soon as she said Elizabeth, the nurse's name, the phone went click. And that told me she was not authorized to use the phone, because she didn't even have time to say, okay, bye. There was no bye. There was no, I'll talk to you later. I'll see you, some other time. See you when I see you. Or call me later. Nothing. Or do you want me to put you on the call list? Nothing. It just went click. So I guess if she made an unauthorized call, she's going to get in trouble again. Anyway, guys, drop your comments. That was story time on Jaguar and Goomba. I'm over and out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to this video. Thank you for watching.